This Lolita from 1962 so that was a movie directed by Stanleykubrick. All car. It's all messy. The house is broken in or something.
Quilty? Quilty? Are you Quilty?
Quilty.
No, I'm Spartacus or something.
Are you Quilty?
Drunk.
What's you putting your gloves on for, Captain? Your hands cold or something?
For a little chat before we start.
Play a game of Roman ping pong like two civilized senators. Roman ping?
Not in the mud.
You're
Ping
supposed
pong.
to say Roman pong. Bet you didn't know I had that. Roman ping pong. And it's tricky. One of the champs taught me that. My motto is
It's not abuse.
be love. Gee, I'm really winning. You want to get a rally going there. People invade this house without even knocking. 4-1. Must be a... Gee, I'm really winning here. I'm really winning. I hope I don't get overcome with power.
You really don't remember me, do you? Do you recall a girl called Dolores Hayes?
He had a bat instead of a hand. He's a real sort of wacky.
Lolita!
Remember that name, all right. Maybe she made some telephone calls. Who cares? Captain?
Trying to kill him.
I never found a guy who sort of pull a gun on me when he lost the game. Gee, I'm just dying for a drink. I'm just dying to have a drinky. Jeez. All my friends always put that so unsanitary.
Quilty, I want you to concentrate.
The Australian or a German refugee. This is a Gentile's house. There's a darling little gun you got there. That's a darling little thing. This, the deeds of the ranch.
It's your death sentence.
Yeah, sentence. Looking gun.
Those you took advantage of my disadvantage. Hey, that's a dad-blasted darn good poem. I stood Adam naked. Oh, Adam naked. It's getting a bit repetitious, isn't it? Because, another one, because you cheated me. Occur at an age when young lads...
That's enough.
Say, what'd you take it away for? There? You and I sort of settle this like two
Boxing.
civilized people. All right, put him up. I want to die like a champion. Gee, you want to be more careful with that thing. I'm a playwright, you know. I know all about this sort of tragedy and like a music lover to me. Why don't you play a little thing? I dream them up together. You know, do share the profits. For you and I tonight. She's mine, yours. She's yours tonight. And it's... Hurt me,
Hit.
It really hurt me. Swell job, all right. My leg will be black and blue tomorrow. Moving to England or Florence forever. You could move in. 10 executions. How would you like that?
Still laughing.
Just you. You could tell him. Oh, that hurts.
I guess he's dead then.
I decided to spend a peaceful summer in the attractive resort town of Ramsdale, New Hampshire, to a lectureship at Beardsley College, Ohio, where lodgings were available for the summer.
You're going to be staying all summer?
Well, that was only a tentative plan.
You couldn't get more peace anywhere.
Yes, it is.
Very male and quiet. We're very progressive, intellectually.
That is
Progressive.
There's a nice view from this window of the front lawn. And a good place for you to do your writing. In fact, one of the speakers that I had last season was Claire Quilty. TV play?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, he's a very stimulating type of man. Good old-fashioned, quaint plumbing. Should appeal to a European. Excuse the soiled sock. Dufy.
That's right.
And there's my little Van Gogh. Monet. Madame Humbert.
There's no madame. We are divorced.
Oh.
About a year ago in Paris.
He's kindly divorced.
France, Madame. And the late Mr. Hayes and...
Was it late, Mr. Hayes?
Yes, he's passed on.
Okay.
Felt married until I heard myself addressed as Senora.
You're in Spain.
A man of complete integrity. I know you would have liked to talk to the...
Yes, I'm sure I would have.
Those are his ashes.
Oh, it was the late Mr.
He's sitting on
7 years.
him.
Attractive woman alone, you know.
Yes.
Downstairs. Oh, excuse me. I've told Lolita 10 times to keep that in her room. Our girl comes 3 times a week. We think we're lucky to get her. But she does do sure it's very weird. Oh, you must see the garden before you go. My flowers win prizes around here. Wow.
Si Lolita.
My daughter? Darling, turn that down, please. Beautiful home, sunny garden.
We discussed how much?
200 a month.
Reasonable. Well, it's very nice. Well, when would it be convenient for you to have me move in?
He's very eager.
Right now, I mean...
You're a very persuasive salesman, Mrs.
Thank
Bates.
you. It was a decisive factor.
Charity prize.
Oh.
Sure. Okay. Okay. This guy.
You're going to take my queen.
That was my intention, sir.
Betty, bye, dear. Night.
It had to happen sometime.
38, 39, 40, 41, 9, 50,
Yan,
51,
wala ako.
52, 53.
See how relaxed you're getting?
Where's Mother? Let's go say hello.
Well, hello, Kenny.
Good evening, Mrs. Hayes.
Kenny, this is Mr. Humbert. They're adorable together. He's positive Kenny's going to ask her to go steady tonight.
Setting.
With my client, make sure we were prepared for tomorrow morning.
John, can't you stop being a lawyer for just one night in the week?
Sorry that I don't dance.
Oh, that's all right. You know that you've had the most remarkable effect on her. Did you know that?
I have.
She's begun to radiate a certain glow.
Okay.
I hardly
When
think...
you get to know me better, you'll find I'm extremely broad-minded. John and I, we're both broad-minded.
She's suggesting.
Hey, you two, cut that out.
I'll get some from another table.
Thank you, Humbert.
Junior counselor at camp.
No, that's simply wonderful.
Okay. It's eye on her.
Claire Quilty. You know, the TV writer?
Quilting.
Oh,
The past guy Hogan. I want to dance with her.
authority on you ever since.
Is that so? Well, that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Intellectually stimulating talk that you gave to our club. You remember it?
Did I?
And afterwards, I...
Really great fun. And didn't you have a daughter? Didn't you have a daughter with a lovely name? Lolita, that's right. Lolita, diminutive of Dolores, the tears and the roses.
Filled by your Uncle Ivar.
Yes.
Bored to tears.
On the contrary, I find it most interesting.
Charlotte,
Ciao.
hello. Mona's having a little get-together later on at our house.
Not as long as you have her home by midnight, huh?
Oh, why don't you have Lolita stay over with Mona? I mean, John can bring her back in the morning, supervise things.
You know, what she means is keep the lights on.
Oh,
I think we ought to come over and...
They don't like too many grown-ups around.
That's right. Good night, Humbert.
thought I'd change into something cozier.
It may not be the right time or place.
Not another word.
I come to feel almost like a member of the family as far as Lolita is concerned.
Man!
Now, I don't think you realize that she's beginning to grow up.
Oh, of course she's beginning to grow up.
But should she be allowed to stay out all night?
She's not staying out in the old world. But then, that's what I adore about you. Teach you some of the new steps, huh?
Oh, Charlotte, I don't...
Humbert, what a thrillingly different name. On a slightly lower tone. I'll say, Humbert.
Obviously, I am an awkward tripper and I have no sense of rhythm.
Oh, now come on, Humbert. That was not your surname. Well, put your hands here. Tighter. You know, when you smile like that, you remind me of someone. College boy I had a date with. I went home, I wonder. Should life be for the living? Very strongly emotional. Afraid of hurting me?
No, I'm not really.
I can't live in the past. Not anymore, Not anymore.
Hi.
Darling, come back for something?
No, Mona's party turned out to be sort of a drag.
Your mother created a magnificent spread. Did you have something to eat?
Oh, they serve some kind of salty fish eggs.
I think she should be stuffing herself when she should go to sleep.
But Mom, I'm hungry and I've got to have something to eat.
Take it upstairs, and after you've eaten it, you go right to sleep.
All the girls are crazy about him, too.
That's neither here nor there.
Loaded with mayonnaise just the way you like it.
I don't want to go to bed. It's too early.
We all think that Lo should go to bed.
This is a free country.
Which bed this instant? I heard that. That miserable little brat. She is becoming impossible. Spying on us.
I don't think she was spying on us.
Oh, really? What would you call
She's
it?
just coming home.
Spiteful little pest. Since the age of 1. Do you know she kept throwing her toys? Has always had some kind of gripe against me.
She says,
now she sees. Is it my fault if I feel young? Why should my child resent it? You don't resent it, do you?
That was quite aggressive.
I throw on a wrap, and we can go out for a little ride in the car, huh?
Well, it's a little late, Sean. I think I'd best go to bed.
But it's not even 1.
My neuralgia is about to strike with heartburn. Thank you for a charming evening.
So interested in
You're very
her.
welcome.
Is the twofold nature of this nymphid, of every nymphid perhaps, of tender, dreamy childishness, eerie vulgarity. I know it is madness to keep this journal, but it gives me a strange thrill, my microscopic script.
น่าเบ่งหวานมาก
We do not eat with the table on the elbows on the tables. Must you pamper your pimples?
To meet Mona.
Oh, this morning you have to meet Mona. Last night, then you go upstairs and you make your bed and you clean up your room. I am not picking up after you today, miss. Hello? Excuse me.
Is it Kenny?
No. Tray up to Professor Humbert. And do not disturb him. Oh. Mona? Time?
He's eating
Well, I'm very...
Who is it?
Lolita.
Come in.
Good morning. I ate all your bacon.
You have a very long face today. I was writing a poem.
Mm-hmm.
It's about people.
He's looking down
It's a novel subject. Sort of looked like a diary when I came in.
My little idiosyncrasies.
Steal your ideas and sell them to Hollywood, huh?
My favorite poet. It was hard by the dim lake of Ulba in the misty mid-region. Thus I pacified Psyche and kissed her and conquered her scruples and glue.
Well, I think it's a little corny, to tell you the truth.
Oh? What do you object to?
Just a sister. That's like Lolita sweeter.
If you were in my class, I would give you an A+. Tell me, was
Let me tell you something about Mona.
Do please.
I better not tell you. You'll blab.
I will never give away any of your secrets.
Oh, with that you get a little reward. Here,
Oh, no, please, no. Lolita.
put your head back. Put your head back. Open your mouth.
Lolita?
inappropriate
Lolita?
What do you want?
I call you, I want you to come right down and not make me holler for you from room to room.
Yeah,
Secondly,
just
I
coming
want you to go
down.
right. I forbid you to disturb Professor Humbert again. He is a writer and he is not to be disturbed.
Sieg Heil.
Camp tomorrow? Lolita is going with her. That isolation from boys would be the best thing for both of the girls this crucial summer.
Do you think that the camp is
He didn't agree
Something the matter with your face?
Two things. How far away is this camp?
200 miles. It was a stroke of
miles.
genius on my... Shall we,
ได้เงิน
serve
ใช้
coffee out to the piazza? Or do you want to go upstairs and nurse that tooth?
That's the tooth.
Well, I guess I won't be seeing you again, huh?
I must prepare for my work at Beardsley College. Yes.
Don't forget me.
Mom, is that guilty in the film?
Mrs. Hayes asked me to give you this.
Thank you very much. This is a confession. Loved you from the minute I saw you. I am a passionate and lonely woman. Landlady's order. I am dismissing the lodger. I do not wish to find you in the house. You see, Sherry, if I found you at home, which I know I won't, you me as much as I do you, as a lifelong mate, and be a father to my little girl. Goodbye, dear one. Pray for me if you ever pray.
Baby.
It was a quiet affair. And when called upon to join my promotion, Mr. Humbert confesses to a certain titillation of his vanity, daintily running along the steel of his conspiratorial dagger.
Dear, the door is locked. Any secrets between us? It makes me feel insecure.
Now, just wait till I come out of here.
What are you doing there so long? I want to talk to you.
It's kind
I haven't been here long.
controlling.
In point of fact, I only just came in. Sit right down, and I will make out a complete list of every woman I have ever known.
I'm lonesome. It's healthy for me to be jealous. It means that I love you. Oh, how happy I can make you.
I haven't even had my morning cup of coffee yet.
Some?
Please do that, like a good little wife.
Just write the diary.
Darling, I don't care about any other woman. I know that our love is sacred. The others were profane. Baby, you know I love the way you smell. Oh, you do arouse the pagan in me. Touch me and I go as limp as a noodle.
Yes, I know the feeling.
You believe in God.
The question is, does God believe in me?
But if I ever found out that you didn't believe in God, I think I would commit suicide.
Hey.
Okay.
Belonged to Mr.
Taking to
Hayes.
another level.
Mr. Hayes purchased it when he found out he was ill. He wanted to spare me the sight of his suffering. He was hospitalized before he could use it.
You put it down, please. That's better now, isn't it? Huh?
Okay.
Oh, you man.
Looking at the pictures.
A real French servant girl. You know, like the German girls the fathers had. And have her come and live in the house. I've been meaning to make a guest room out of that hole anyway. To send her straight from camp to a good boarding school.
In boarding school.
To college. You and me alone. Forever.
And I'm following a train of thought.
It's worried.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Am I on that train?
Yes.
Lolita, she's calling long distance. You lost your new sweater? Oh, in the woods? What do you want to thank him for? Candy. I really wish that you would not send her candy without consulting me. Talking to you.
Not all the decisions are taken by the female. Especially when the male partner's fulfilled his obligations. Glad to become the bronze glamour boy for your sake instead of remaining the scholar. Coot along after you like an obliging little lapdog. Oh, yes, I'm happy, I'm delighted to be bossed by you, but... Lolita.
It's just come through controlling. Picking up the bullets. Sticking out.
Just minutes ago,
Killing
she
him.
said it wasn't loaded. What if I had playfully pulled the trigger there? I decided to play a practical joke and pretend I was a bird.
Okay.
We were newlyweds and still did things like that to each other.
This story.
Simple. It's a fate to murder.
And the mother doesn't exist. Nor is she reading the diary.
All the logic of passion screamed in my ear. Just couldn't make myself do it. The melancholy fact that neither tomorrow nor Friday, nor any other day or night, myself put her to death.
Charlotte?
It's just not there.
Darling?
Okay. Anyway.
Terry, give it to me, please.
Okay.
Please.
The cow.
The cow.
The obnoxious mama.
Give me that book, please.
Who's
Give it
got
to me,
along
please.
her house?
No,
Scream out the window! Disgusting! Despicable! Loathsome! Criminal fraud!
Do that.
Wait,
No, I want to
out
talk.
of here. Go on. Get out of my way. See that miserable brat again?
Charlotte, please.
Doing expose.
Hallucination. You're crazy,
Yeah,
Charlotte.
hallucination yan.
Why did you go and die on me? If you hadn't died, all this wouldn't have happened. Of integrity. You produce such a little beast. This time it's going to be somebody you'll be very proud of.
Found were fragments of a novel that I'm writing.
Yung novel, she authored.
A mere chance, just because they were handy. Names of their friends and the people who enter into their daily life. Funny situations. I'll take it. Yes. Wife is upstairs in her bedroom. Is this a gag?
No.
Is this one of the fellas at the country on the line who says that you're being hit by a car?
Yan yung to.
Right in front of me. I swerved around, you see, to avoid hitting the dog. And look,
Lolita.
my dad's in a state of shock. I gotta look after him, but I just... He's dead.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all right. Come in, both of you.
person, Humbert. She was always so
Yes,
gay,
I agree.
wasn't she, John?
Just remember, I mean,
It's just wonderful to have friends.
They can. Yeah. They saw the gun.
Everything to live for, hasn't he, John?
perhaps you better tell him about Charlotte.
He hadn't long to live anyhow.
She only had one kidney.
Yes.
Born that way.
That's right.
Yeah.
Distressed.
She had
Nephritis.
My son was driving the car. Two youngest, Jack and Mary, are in the same grade as your Lolita. It was the pedestrian's fault, not the driver.
Technically,
She ran across the road.
He's blaming her.
You've been so generous about the whole matter. I was about to suggest that maybe you'd allow me to pay the funeral expense. That's the least I can do.
Going to gun.
do you work here?
Yeah, sort of.
Girls' camp, exclusively, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'm Charlie, Mrs. Sedgwick's son.
You visit the place, I suppose, from time to time.
No, I live here.
Boy living in the camp?
The only one.
Yeah.
Why do those girls look at me so funny?
Well, there's no mystery. It's just that I didn't want to talk in front of your friend.
Galing her yan.
It's your mother.
For good behavior or something?
No, she hasn't been feeling very well. She's sick.
Really? What is it?
The
Really?
doctors don't seem to bide our time until your mother gets well. Might go to the mountains for a while. Does that appeal to you?
Are we going home now or what?
No, dear. We should be in Bryceland by the hotel to spend the night, and then tomorrow morning we'll press on towards Leapingsville. Sorry to leave.
Not exactly.
I've missed you terribly.
I haven't missed you. Caring anyway.
What makes you say I've stopped caring?
Well, you haven't even kissed me yet, have you?
Hello, Mr.
This guy.
Good evening, ma'am. Well, did you get any good pictures today?
There's a guy like you doing in a job like this.
What do you mean?
First saw you, there's something about your sort of aura that all actors and actresses...
Use me sometime, hmm?
Yeah, maybe I could use you. Manager do with his spare time in a small town like this.
Gets rid of the excess energy. What do you do with your excess energy?
We do a lot of. That's judo. Did you ever hear about that?
Judo.
Judo.
Yes, I've
That's
heard
pretty
about
good.
She's a yellow belt. I'm a green belt. He throws me all over the place.
it. She throws you all over the place?
Yeah, it's sweeping ankle throw. She sweeps my ankles away from under me. I go down with one hell of a bang.
Doesn't it hurt?
Well, I'm hovering between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's really the greatest.
Yeah.
This looks swank.
Yes, I'd like a room with a bath. Or rather, 2 rooms with baths.
Convention's got us tied up in knots.
Oh.
Is it just you and the girl?
He's canceled his reservation.
Well, I could give you 242. It's a lovely room. Only got 1 bed.
Members have snapped them all up.
Well, I'm sure you would find 1 room satisfactory. Our double beds are really triple.
Big one behind.
Proud to have the overflow of the state police convention.
Police.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Thank you, sir.
see, I'm quite sure that they will manage to find a cot for us. I asked them...
You're crazy.
Why, my darling?
When my darling mother finds out, she's going to divorce you and strangle me.
My old friend, tenderness for you. While your mother is 2 people sharing one room, inevitably enter into kind of, how shall I say?
Aren't you going to go down to see about the cot?
The state police
here, and when I'm with them, I'm with someone, but right now I'm on my own.
I'd like to disturb you. I'll leave you alone if you prefer it.
No, you don't really have to go at all. You want to leave, but you don't like to leave because maybe you think I think it looks suspicious, me being a policeman and everything.
Yes.
A lot of people think I'm suspicious, especially when I stand around on street corners. One of our own boys picked me up the other week. He thought I looked a bit too suspicious standing on human individuals, and I noticed your face. I said to myself when I saw you, I said, that's a guy with the most normal-looking face I ever saw in my life. Together and talk about world events, you know, in a normal sort of way.
Well, there's nothing I would like better than that, but
You had a lovely, pretty little girl with you. She was really lovely. Fairly tall little, well, I mean, taller than little, you know what I mean? But,
That's my daughter.
Your daughter? Gee, isn't it great to have a lovely, tall, pretty, little, small daughter like that? She was looking a little uneasy at the desk there, and maybe I was thinking that you want to get away from your wife for a little while. I don't blame you. If I was married, I'd take every opportunity to get away from my wife.
She had an accident.
Oh, gee, she had an accident. It's really terrible. I mean, fancy a fella's wife having a normal guy, his wife having an accident like that. What, in an ambulance? Gee, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it. I get sort of carried away, you know, being so normal and everything. Really easily have a word with George Schwein. I mean, he's a really normal, nice sort of guy, and I've only got to have a normal word in his ear and probably go and turn some of the troopers out so you could have a lovely room, a bridal suite for you and your lovely little girl.
Perfectly comfortable.
But he should do it. It's his job to fix you up with something nice. I mean, that guy, a lovely, sort of comfortable, foamy bed to sleep in. I mean, you know, I just don't like to hear things like that happening. Sleepy movie star bed. You know what I mean?
I know why we're discussing this, because...
Listen, why don't you let me have a look at the accommodation that you have?
No, you really shouldn't worry about either of us.
You know, you can ask me...
I think that we shall have to get up at the crack of dawn.
Breakfast with me, perhaps. Would you like that? You have a most interesting face. Good night.
She's asleep. Good evening, sir. I brought the cuts, sir.
You don't really need it now, so I'll take it away.
You don't need the cuts.
Okay, this guy.
Two of the troopers agreed to double up, sir. That's hard.
It's chaos.
We did it, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's going in there. Anyway.
Hello. Right, a cot came. Well, good night.
Now he has to slip to the cot.
Wake up, Humbert. The hotel's on fire.
Dead on fire?
Yeah, get out of bed real quick. Quick, it's burning right down to the ground.
Very funny.
By the way, what happened to your bed? It looks a lot lower. What time is it? My tan is much darker than yours now.
That's not strictly true. You're a very fair-skinned lady.
Huh.
What else can you do?
Well, this little thumb can go all the way back to my wrist. See?
Yes.
Must have to shave twice a day?
Yes, of course, because all the best people shave twice. But you ring down and order breakfast.
No, I don't want to do that. Why don't we play a game?
A game? Oh, come on. Now, you get onto...
Good games in camp. One in particularly was fun. Played it with Charlie. Charlie? He's that guy that you met in the office.
No, that boy.
You and he? I don't know what game you play.
I mean, you never played that game when you were a kid.
Oh, no.
Alrighty then. Have you ever kissed the Blarney Stone?
No, that's something I never did.
Boy, I sure wish I could.
Tell Mother what?
You know what?
No, I don't think that would be very funny. If you don't stop eating those chips, you won't have any appetite for your lunch.
Ooh, did you see that? A squashed cat. A big plate of French fries in a mall. Have you ever seen any of those, you know, those, foreign films? I don't like them. Will we stop at the next gas station?
All right.
You'll find. I want to call Mother at that hospital. What's the number?
Still breaking up.
Well, don't you know the number?
I think it would be
Can
just
you
as
just
well if
DM
you wait until we get to
Aromati?
that. I just don't think it'd be a very good idea, so...
Why can't I call my mother if I want to?
Because you can't. Your mother is dead.
Now, cut it out. Why can't I call her?
Your mother is dead. Everything's going to be all right.
Nothing will ever be all right.
I'm sure that we're going to be very happy. Places.
But there's no place to go back to.
Find a new home. In Ohio. You like it there.
I'll hate it. I know I will. What about all my things back in Ramsdale? And the house?
We'll take care of all those things.
Record player and my records?
Buy you new ones to take the place of the old ones. I'll buy you the best hi-fi set that you...
We can't stay in Beardsley forever. Where's that handkerchief? Promise you'll never leave me. I don't want to ever be in one of those horrible places for juvenile delinquents. I'd rather be with you. You're a lot better than one of those places. Cross your heart and hope to die.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Accompany us to Beardsley College, where my lectureship in French poetry is in its second semester. Late coming home from school yesterday afternoon?
Well, was I late?
Yes, you were. Only school at 3 o'clock. You were not home until 6 o'clock.
Stayed to watch football practice.
In the frigid Queen was driving around, and I thought I saw you through the window.
Bye.
Oh.
You were sitting at a table with two boys. There were no dates.
What do you mean, no dates? They just sat down at our table.
Trolling.
I don't want you around them, then.
It wasn't a date.
It was a date.
It wasn't a date.
It was a date, Lolita.
It was not a date.
It was a date.
Saturday, I went to my piano lesson.
Your piano lesson? I thought that was on Wednesday.
For Miss Starch piano. Well, ask Michelle. She was with me. You can't have her. She belongs to a Marine.
I will ignore that idiotic joke. Anything about us?
No. Have you?
You've told her nothing.
You think I'm crazy?
I want you to see her so often.
Oh, come on. She's the only friend I've got in this stinking world.
All the fun in the world. We have fun together, don't we? Whenever you want something, I buy it for you automatically. Who does the tidying up? I do. Who does the cooking? I do.
Come here. Still love me?
Completely. You know that.
You know what I want more than anything else in the world? I want you to be proud of me.
I am proud of you, Lolita.
You want me for the lead in the school play. Isn't that fantastic? And I have to have a letter from you, Edusa Gold, the drama teacher, Claire Quilty, and Vivian Dark. We had readings, and I was chosen over 30 other girls.
That's the...
Roy? What's he got to do with this?
Roy and Rex, naturally, I suppose they're in it, huh?
Well, how do I know? What atmosphere? It's just a school play.
I've told you over and over again, I don't want you mixing with those boys. It's just... I love you.
You don't love me.
I do love you, Lolita.
Calling play.
You won't let me do anything. You just want to keep me locked up with you in this filthy house.
Wash your face. I'll go
You'll be
downstairs
sorry
and start
you
the
won't.
roast. Oh, yeah. And don't smudge your toenails.
Good evening, Dr. Humberts. I am Dr. Senf. Dr. Humbert, high school psychologist. Starts so as to save you the expense of the electricity.
That is very considerate of you.
His anybody instructed Lolita in the facts of life. Maturity seems to be giving her a certain amount of trouble. She is a lovely girl, you know, with the swing, you know, the jazz, and she has got a curvatures that take a lot of... Yeah. She is defiant on road. Chews gum vehemently, giggles rather often, and is excitable. She giggles at things. A little dreamy, concentration is poor. She wrote a most obscene word, with a lipstick, if you please, on the health pamphlets. Acute repression of the libido, of the natural instinct. I believe that it is equally important to prepare the pupils for the mutually satisfactory mating and the successful child rearing. Investigate thoroughly in the home situation with all four of them.
Investigate this guy.
You are refusing to cooperate with Dr. Cuddler and this man, what is got?
Strange psychologists nosing around my house.
May have no choice. Is it right?
No choice? I have never objected to her taking part in the extracurricular...
Lolita on the home situation, but it says not one word. Stays with her lips buttoned up. So we are, which is a reason
She's talking with her friends.
that you, Dr. Humber, you know, that girl's non-participation in the school play. That you and I should do all in our power to stop that old Dr. Cuddler and his quartet of psychologists from fiddling around.
Okay, top level.
Tremble not, little nymph. You see before you a weary goat.
Removeth
his horns. Let us take him to the Dark Kingdom. Yes.
By that, but the boys and girls were so charming, weren't they?
Oh, Lily, little Lolita, she was quite perfect. You must be awfully proud of her. No wonder you decided to suspend her piano lessons.
And her piano lessons?
Yes. Do you play, Dr. Humbert?
Well, hardly. With you last Saturday afternoon?
No.
Nor the preceding Saturday?
No, she called to say she was busy rehearsing. Oh, let me see, 4 weeks. I was wondering sometime if perhaps you'd like to come around and I could play something for you.
Yes, of course. Certainly I will.
We're having a party at my house with a cast and author. Everybody's invited.
I'm afraid I must take Lolita home. Piano lessons.
I haven't missed
You know what I'm talking about.
I'll be late.
Say goodnight to your friends.
Oh, come on, now, this isn't a regular party. This...
Go and get some Type A Kodachrome. Okay.
Okay, upstairs.
So I am.
We're gonna have a little talk.
You're hurting my arm!
Stop.
Jerk! Don't make nerve dragging me away like that!
Silly noise.
Who do you think you are?
Do you want the police to
Not
come
letting
in
me
here?
go to my... Great!
All right. Now the doors are shut. Come on, shouting. Let's hear how loud you can shout. Come on. What were you doing on Saturday between 2 and 4 in the afternoon?
My piano lesson.
That's a lie.
It is not.
I happen to know you haven't been to a piano lesson for 4 weeks. I do. I really want to know.
All right, I'm going to tell you the real truth of what I've been doing. Extra rehearsals.
Oh, that's the most fatuous lie you could possibly think of. You've been with this boy, this leading man of yours, this Roy. Isn't that so?
Roy.
Throw those silly cliches
No,
at me.
seriously.
Don't tell me anymore. You've been with this boy, haven't you?
Imagining things.
Shut up, Lolita. Stop that silly talk.
Becoming jealous.
Lolita. Now, if you swear to me that this isn't true, I promise that I will believe. Just swear to me I'll forget the whole thing. I'll never cross-question you about it again.
No, you'll never believe me. Why should I swear to you?
It's partly my fault, I realize. That is something that's happened on account of this horrible place. Mountains and your extra... Stop doing that!
Becoming quite controlling.
But we could leave this place, perhaps. Tonight we could go now.
You've got to work. What about your job?
My job, that doesn't mean anything. I could always publish articles. I can...
Cool. What about my education?
Your education? What sort of an education do you think you're getting here?
2 more performances next week.
Oh, don't start talking about the play to me. That's what's just come between us. That's what started this whole row.
You want to come away with me?
No! I hate you! I hate you!
Lolita, you want to stay with...
You leave
Shut
me
your
alone!
mouth, you heartless little...
Tell me what to
psychopath.
do!
You're not going to see the...
I know it for
He's a
you.
psychopath.
I'm gonna do anything I want to, and you can't stop me!
Noise. I can hear every word next door.
We were having a family around. Convey my apologies to him, and you know we were quarreling about piano
Oh,
lessons.
dear.
Night.
What a pretty get-up. But the neighbors are beginning to get a little curious about you and your little girl.
I can't think why they should...
Good night.
Wait a minute.
I forbade you to go to that party, didn't I?
I wasn't going to the party.
Who were you talking to just now?
I tried to call you. I don't want you to be mad at me anymore. Everything's gonna be great from now on. I hate school and I hate the play. Go for a long trip and we'll go wherever I want to.
We had promised Beardsley School that we would be back. I first knew with utter certainty that a strange car was following us.
Fill her up, please.
I'm gonna get a sweater. Oh!
Watch it, please.
You can drive so fast? I'm gonna kill.
Following us, which we have been trying to lose.
What?
All right, I haven't seen it for the past quarter of an hour. I think this car's been following us for the past 3 days, and yesterday it was parked outside the motel.
Details.
Oh, I haven't.
Did that man ask you in the service station?
What man?
There was a man in the service station.
Oh, yes, that man. He wondered if I had a map. I guess he got lost.
Don't know if you're insane. I don't really care any longer, but that man, I believe, kind of a cop.
A cop?
Yes.
Well, if he is a cop, the worst thing we could do is let him know we're
I
scared.
said to him exactly, and what he said to you.
I told you.
Well, did he ask you where we were going? He would have asked the man at the service station then.
Well, I would have thought he would too.
I think we've lost him.
Told you not to drive so fast. You almost
Leave
got
me alone,
killed.
can't you?
Don't talk to me that way.
Do you think I wanted to have a blowout? The car. Did you recognize it, huh?
No.
Don't look at her. I don't want him to think that we've seen him. If we were police, they'd just draw up beside us and start writing a ticket. Quiet, stop talking. We've got to think about this. What are we going to do? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of this car. I'm going to walk down the road and I'm going to speak to him face to face. I'm going to say, what's all...
It might be dangerous.
Killing me. You don't seem to be able to
Probably just gas pains.
It's okay.
Read in a Reader's Digest that this is the way heart attacks start.
Shut up, will you?
Oh, shut up yourself. If you want to know something, I feel pretty lousy myself. Big deal.
일단
He's turning you around.
Feel all achy. Bet I'm getting the Asiatic flu.
Asian flu.
Stretch out on the seat if that would make you feel better. I can do about changing the tire.
doctor.
I feel fine.
You're looking much better. Nurse, can you find some water to put these in, please?
Oh, certainly.
You've been getting notes here in the hospital. A bill from the hospital or something.
Do you have to antagonize everybody?
It was a perfectly reasonable question.
Humbert, would you please move your car to the visitors' parking lot?
I'm sorry, I was in a hurry and All right, I shall be leaving in a moment.
I'm sorry, but these are the hospital rules.
If you two have been exchanging the crummiest of confessions.
Oh, come on, now let's not start that all up again.
Since when have nurses worn dark glasses when on duty?
There we go again.
What did the doctor say that you leave the hospital?
I'm gonna stay another 48 hours.
Oh, that's all right. We can start early on Tuesday morning.
Humbert, I must ask you to move your car.
I am just leaving.
Might catch your cold.
And tonight, and nurse my cold. So I shan't see you until tomorrow morning.
Disturb you. I hope I really haven't woken you at this terribly late hour. Bring your stay in our lovely little town here.
Who's this calling?
Oh, my name was
Guilty.
sort of concerned with the bizarre rumors that have been circulating about you and that lovely, remarkable girl.
You'll have to identify yourself because this conversation is becoming more and more preposterous.
See a psychiatrist regularly.
I have no psychiatrist and I don't need a psychiatrist.
Prepared to give our investigator a report, Professor, on your sex life, if any.
I've no interest in your investigators, and therefore I'm afraid that you will have to terminate this Hayes, who's in room 3. I'm taking her home.
Have you gotten permission from the doctor, sir?
Do with
I'm
the
afraid you have to have permission from the doctor.
What is this, a prison or a hospital?
Oh, no, you can't go in there.
I'll get her to get her bags ready.
Oh, Dr. Keat, you'll be down in just a minute. Why don't you wait?
Well, how long have you had that cough, Mr. Humbert?
And take her away from here.
Hayes, room 3. Wasn't she discharged earlier this evening, Miss Frampus?
대차사와디.
Oh, nurse, what's your name? She's still in there, isn't she? That's ridiculous.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Where are you putting your
hands off her?
Where is she? Where is she?
Don't let go!
Pull him!
Where is she?
Sydney, get a straight jacket.
Take care of her uncle.
Her uncle? Did you say uncle?
Yes.
Come on, go! Let me...
Get it. This disturbance here. Now, hold it. Easy. If you like, we'll call the police.
The police? No, we don't.
Let's.
Officially discharged earlier tonight in the care of her uncle.
Let's say she has an uncle.
What do you mean, let's say she has an uncle?
Let's see.
All right, she has an uncle. I forgot that.
Forgot?
Yes, I forgot.
That's a strange thing to forget, isn't it?
I've been drinking much too much. I have personal problems.
러시아에서 속하는 메르.
Wow. Gee, what a surprise. I'm afraid you'll have to excuse my appearance, but you caught me on ironing day. Like a cup of coffee?
No, thank you, friend.
For a drink?
Is that him? The one facing us?
Yes, that's Dick. I know a thing about you and me, so please. You don't think I'd tell him, do you?
Who does he think that I am?
My stepfather.
Then this isn't the man who took you from the hospital? The man that I'm looking for?
Oh, there's no point in going into that. It's all over.
I have a perfect right to know this.
Oh, criminy, I should never have written to you.
And if you want what I've come to give you, you'll tell me what I want to know.
Mr. Anka.
I didn't come here to play guessing games. Tell me who it was.
Well, give me a chance to explain. Remember that car that used to follow us around? Remember Mother's old flame at the school dance? That hotel on the way back from camp. He pretended he was part of that police convention. And do you remember that guy who called you at the motel? It was Claire Quilty.
Quilty.
Has it ever occurred to you that when you moved into our house, my whole world didn't revolve around you? I'd had a crush on him ever since the times of you. Beautiful, Japanese, Oriental philosophy. You know that what was going on between us? And from that moment on, he was up to every brilliant trick he could think of.
You wanted to be in the play.
That's right.
And all those afternoons you were supposed to be practicing the piano, you were actually with
He was the only guy I was ever really crazy about.
I suppose I never counted, of course.
You have no right to say that.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm merely trying to find out what happened. When you left the hospital, where did he take you?
To a dude ranch near Santa Fe. Weird. Painters, nudists, writers, weightlifters. He wanted me to cooperate with the others, making some kind of a, an art movie.
How do you do, Professor?
How do you do?
This is our neighbor, Bill Crest.
Sore at low for having run away from home.
No beer, thank you.
You're upstairs, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fine, that's all right.
I hope you're planning on staying a while. He caught us a little unprepared, but we'll try and make you feel at home. You can have the bed upstairs. We sleep down here because Lo likes to watch the TV.
He can't stay, Dick.
Marvelous opportunity up there. An opportunity for a guy like me to get in on the ground floor. We got a few back debts. We kind of overextended ourselves. She's going to make a swell mother, too. Well, Alaska's a great place for kids, Lots of room for them to run around. We better get back to work, Bill. I guess you two have a lot to talk about. Dad, I hope you don't mind me calling you that. Well, come on out back and I'll show you what I'm making for the kid.
Come here.
What's going on?
It was very short. Between here and that old car outside of 25, just as you are.
Oh, you mean you'll give us the money? Only if I go to a hotel with you?
No, you've got it all wrong. We can forget everything that has happened.
No, it's too late.
No, it's not too late. Waited already for 3 years, and I think I could wait for the rest of my life if necessary. Purely incidentally, it was an accident that you met him in the first place.
Going to have his baby in 3 months.
Yeah.
I know.
He's kind of crazy.
Now, don't make a scene. Stop crying. He could walk in here at any minute.
No strings attached. It's your money anyway. Comes from the rent of the house. I bet I should check here for $2,500. Did Ramsdale, who's prepared to take care of the mortgages on the house.
Getting $13,000? I'm sorry. Try to understand. I'm sorry that I cheated so much. Hey, where are you going? I'll write you when we get to Alaska.
Run away.
Quilty? Quilty!
I guess it's ending there. The ending is a fast part there. It's quite disturbing story. I actually enjoyed it. A lot of unexpected happening there. It's like basically the same story as Lolita. Hindi sabihan siya in the video.